and welcome, guys. We're here in the Join Dota League Season 4. It's a new team, a team I've never seen before. Frequently winning team. Apparently their own name says that they are frequently winning. But on the other side, they are obviously the old guys from Balkan Bears. We, Solitude, Levy, Haki, and Patrino. You should know them at least. And that's pretty much the reason I'm casting this game. Otherwise, I'm officially busy. But I was like, hey, BBC, they don't have a caster for today, so why not go on? My voice is not 100% yet, but it will be, I guess, soon. It will be enough for best of 2, and that's what we're here for. It's only 2 games, and everything should be fine. I have, in theory, I should have a co-caster, a guest caster today, but let's see if she's actually coming. Oh, there she is.
Here.
Welcome to the cast. You just missed my awesome intro.
I'm sure I'll catch the next one. I'm sorry for that.
So either way, guys, this is Mrs. Commander from Romania. She has
Mrs.
Yeah, Mrs. Well, okay, it's maybe not the 100% appropriate one, but either way, she definitely knows the BBC guys. As for frequently winning team, I have no idea who they are. They're actually an Austrian team. It's the first time in JDL that we have like some, I don't know, some team from the German-speaking scene besides Goomba. Goomba played in the JDL. I'm not even sure if they're still in there or not. But yeah, it's for me it's quite nice. Yeah, I'm just looking at the board, and Goomba is actually in Division 1 on the 3rd place, and yeah, BBC is still Division 2 in JDL. I don't even know how they managed that one. I guess by skipping too many games. But yeah, it's an Austrian team.
I don't know anything about that, but I'm thinking that a frequently winning team does not know BBC because I don't see a first ban Meepo.
Yep, absolutely. you want to ban out Meepo against BBC?
First ban.
I was about to make a joke in the lobby, like I wanted to say in German, hey guys, go ban Meepo first. It has to happen, otherwise you're gonna be screwed. But it's not happening. And the surprising part is Balkan Bears so far they haven't picked a Meepo. So let's see, maybe. I don't know, we is not going for it. So far we have Ancient Apparition as well as Vengeful Spirit. The Orca is the first pick at the moment on BBC, and obviously now the Meepo could come.
Normally I've seen the Meepo being picked 4th or 5th. If the opposing team takes the risk of not banning it, not even in the 2nd ban phase, yeah, that's when it happens. Yeah. But let's see.
And it didn't
maybe they don't need it.
It's a Tidehunter instead, which means we have to deal with a big fat Ravage, but on the other side we have not... Well, it's obviously not a stun, but it's also a nasty ultimate that haunts you the entire game. It's the Ancient Apparition, so everything that's like healing is, yeah, pretty much negated if he lands a proper Ancient Apparition ultimate, the Ice Blast. And that's also bad for Meepo as such, because, yeah, if you have a team around the Meepo and the Ice Blast hits on all of them, then you just need to focus one down as usual. But look, there's the Meepo ban.
There it is, yeah.
I mean,
well,
so
let's
far...
see what Weehaw comes up with instead of Meepo. I've seen him play a lot of Slark recently, even Invoker. If you've seen the IESF.
Yep, that's even more of a surprise because they ban Slark themselves. So far we had like some core stuff you always want to ban out. Obviously the Brewmaster, the Viper is quite a surprise, but I guess like FWT, I don't know how we want to call them. I don't know, we call them frequently. I don't know, I always need the short version of a team that makes it so much easier. But let's just call them, I don't know. We come up with a short name soon. But either way, the Viper being banned out, that was quite a surprise for me. The Meepo obviously as a response to just being Wii or having Wii on the other side. Skyrive Mage is coming now as the last one. And on the other side, well, Krobolus, he didn't want to deal with that. And they even put up some more pushing power, like that is the Jakiro. And now I'm surprised as well, because BBC, they want to ban out the Clockwork, but at the same time they ban out the Slark, which is quite a surprise. Because you see my voice? It's... It still didn't recover from Romania. I'm still suffering from the flu plus DreamHack. I'm not kidding. Like the last 2 weeks have been just recovering, but with each and every cast, cold weather outside, I'm pretty much screwed.
You get the same weather we do. I don't see how this is DreamHack's fault.
Yeah, no, because I never really recovered. Like I jumped off 2 days after DreamHack already in the first cast, and every time I've been casting, like it got, I don't know, a bit better, then a bit worse after the cast, and ever since I'm like on this.
Hold your horses. Level. We have a Magnus pick for frequently winning team.
Yep, Actually, that's a price. It's a nice combination if you think about it. Like if the Magnus actually managed to get a nice RP with at least 3 or 4 people inside, we have ice. Jesus, we have Ice Blast in there. That's quite something. Also for the Vengeful Spirit, Wave of Terror is gonna hit multiple targets. So we have like a bunch of heroes clumped up in one spot, minus armor on top of it, the Ice Blast debuff as well. So yeah,
I really just want to see melee carry to go with that Magnus for the plays.
Yep, something that scales alongside with Magnus' buff, obviously giving cleave. I don't know, it's the open arms for a PA maybe, something that might as well skip the cleave, farming something else for studs.
A lot of options right here, but we did see third pick Disruptor for Balkan Bears, which I kind of see that working against the Blinking Magnus, for example.
Yep, that's what I actually don't like. I mean, you won't be able to prevent the RP from happening. Even if the Magnus jumps in and the Disruptor instantly comes up with Eclipse, for example, the RP will most likely happen unless he is hesitating. And then, well, the RP happen and then the rest of the team will follow up, regardless where the Magnus is, even if he finds himself like 50 meters behind the fight. But there's still the Ravage, which could sort of recover that initiation if FWT gets the initiation.
Yeah.
But let's see. We have actually quite nice scaling into late game on both sides, because Ice Blast is an ultimate that doesn't outdate. We have the Magnus that buffs whatever is coming as a carry. We have the Vengeful Spirit who could transition at least into some decent damage. We have the Ogre Magi on the other side pretty much as well. Titan with a big fat ultimate, but I think it's time we're gonna see some cores, even here in the 4th picks.
I honestly don't see the Vengeful Spirit as a position 4 support. Because in this lineup, you're probably going to want the Ancient Apparition to be that position 4. With an Aghanim upgrade, the AA will do so much damage and it's not as much as counter-initiating, but still, you keep the opposing team, they have to stay hidden until the debuff wears off, and it's a lot of damage in a team fight.
Yep, absolutely. Ooh. It's kind of different from team to team, and since this is Division 2, we have sometimes some crazy strategies, and like the sometimes obvious things don't happen, which surprises us, the enemy team, and of course, like everyone else, the viewers out there. Let's see where this Ancient Apparition is playing. Like, naturally, I agree with you. He should get the farm priority. Vengeful Spirit should start as like just the warding bitch, and that's pretty much it. But let's see. We have a Center Warrunner that puts him into the offline, and is most likely then a Magnus mid. Unless
Probably,
we're gonna find something else they want to put in the mid, but Magnus safe lane, I think that's a waste of everything.
Yeah, definitely. That Magnus needs levels. But I'm wondering right now, humor me if you like, but do you think that Ogre Magi might be an offlaner?
It could be. I mean, it's BBC after all. We are casting here, so when I'm casting BBC, everything could happen. Right now, we see the 5th picks after they had a really fast banning phase. Like, the Medusa is getting banned out as well as the Morphling, so both of them are well aware that some cores will come, and they take one of the most heavy ones out there. Both of them are pretty hard to deal with, tanky as such, and, well, the problem is there's still a whole pool of heroes to choose from. So let's see what's coming. I can still see a PA for FWT.
My bad anyway, I just forgot completely about the Time Hunter. Never mind the Ogre Magi offlane. I just like the idea. I've seen it done several times in professional Dota. I like the idea of Ogre Magi on an offlane, but I forgot they have a Time Hunter right now.
Yep, but let's see where this is going. I mean, Tidehunter, I've seen some Tidehunters here in Division 2. I've seen actually Tidehunters being played as a laning support in a tri-lane, and Ogre Magi sent there, or they shared the lane, that we had a Tidehunter going there till like level 3-4, and he was roaming because we went for a gush build, sending the Ogre Magi in there and getting his like multicast. Like, I've seen all sorts of things, so I'm never excluding any possibilities. But the most likely way is obviously Tidehunter in the offlane. We're gonna see Ogre Magi and Disruptor plus the 5th pick in the tri-lane and the Temple Assassin in the mid. But more surprising is actually the other side, Lifestealer. I didn't see this one coming.
I love this pick. I love the Lifestealer pick. Imagine a Lifestealer in a Magnus or even in the Centaur. It's Lifestealer bomb.
Yeah, I mean, Lifestealer bombs I've seen, and that's the funny part. In the last 2 weeks since DreamHack, I casted about 3 or 4 Lifestealers, and every time I was kind of surprised because the hero is still weak. And the funny thing is, you either see him completely wrecking or you see him completely failing. And each time I saw him actually in an Infest bomb combination with a Batrider together, it worked out many times, but it more depends on the Batrider and the initiation, because after all, you're just a passenger. You're coming along for the raid, and if the Batrider doesn't find the initiation, then you're pretty much screwed. But let's see. It definitely works out, but they have many things to prevent this. Interrupting the Magnus Blink, glimpsing him back before the Lifestealer comes out, the Ravage before he gets the RP, anything like this might happen, or even the Disruptor just putting his silence on the ground exactly where he blinks. I mean, it requires amazing timing, but it might happen, and then you just stand in there. The Lifestealer can't even rage because of the silence, and you're screwed.
We have a Spectre as a last pick for Balkan Bears, though. A bit of a global power here, I see, which is very good. The Spectre can move between farming and an actual team fight at any time,
Yep.
which is great. And, well, they did pick the Tidehunter, which is, honestly, I feel it's a very scary pick, because it's the perfect counter-initiator, if not an initiator. You always have to play thinking that there might be a Tidehunter who can pop in and ravage at any time and destroy your initiation.
Yep. Well, the problem about the Spectre is that the Magnus is kind of screwed. Like when Hunt is coming out before he finds initiation, he can't blink in, which means he has to, it sounds weird, but he has to actually walk in, manually do it the old school way, just go in there, finding something. But as soon as BBC sees that, they have time to just spread out and see how they can avoid it, so that like not more than 2 people actually end up in that RP, potentially the life stealer bomb. That's the worst thing. Either way, I'm gonna take FWT, introduce those boys because you know the other side, so let's go. On the left side we have Mr. Killer, and right behind him we have the Magnus, Nova, Real Divine, playing the center Warner, probably in the offlane, Jindu Yun, okay, is in the on the Vengeful Spirit, and Cicero, well, this is an easy one, on the Ancient Apparition. It's a completely new team, but let's see how they perform. Maybe we have some upcoming teams, see some individual talents somewhere here. I've never heard any one of them except for Killer. I think I saw him in some other German team, but let's see.
I'm really glad you did that team, because I would have failed so horribly at it. But on the BBC side, we do have Padrino and the Spectre. I haven't seen him play Spectre so much recently, actually. But hey, I'm open for new things. It's Hockey on the Tidehunter on the offlane, solo offlane. Solitude on the Ogre Magi. Levy on the Disruptor. It's actually one of his best years, if I'm not mistaken. And obviously Weeha on the Templar Assassin mid.
Yep. And the Templar Assassin also one of those heroes who requires quite some snowballing, so it really... Well, it's a good mid for him. We have to be honest about it, because at the moment, well, they put a center in there, and I actually thought we're gonna see, say it, Mr. Magnus in there, but it doesn't make any difference, because like both of them are not able to easily get rid of, well, the infraction charges. That's the problem.
Seems like we have an aggressive tri-lane on the Dire side. Obviously, with the chilling touch of the AA, this can be very difficult tri-lane to deal with. But I see that he skilled Cold Feet, level 1.
Yeah.
We're planning a early First Blood, or?
Well, this is the synergy with the Magic Missile together. They hope for Magic Missile and Open Wounds. I mean, Open Wounds there just to get the additional slow, and then Cold Feet getting a proc, which gives them a second stun, but I'm not a huge fan of it, because I think if you have the Magic Missile and you slow a target, then, of course, you have the Chilling Touch, which is so much damage on level 1 alone.
It's
but
incredible,
let's see where this one is going.
It's actually, what was it, 50 extra damage?
It's 50, actually.
Yeah, 50.
It's
yeah,
50 with each hit for 3 hits. But it translates, like if actually 3 heroes hit you, that translates into 450 damage, and that's the sick part of it. Either way, small pause, but let's see. We're gonna have a big bang soon here on that bottom lane, because Solitude, well, he has to be careful. He's one of the tankiest one, obviously. Ogre Magi starting out with 6 base armor, but that's about it already. Padrino is the weakest link in the entire thing, because Levy is in the background, so he has to be careful. They have to wait till they come close to the tower, then they can actually start farming.
I think actually the BBC tri-lane is at a disadvantage right now. They do have 2 melee heroes, out of which one of them does nearly nothing, and that's the Spectre. In an early game initiation or fight, very little can do, except run in the trees.
But for now they're just busy stealing some double stack farming here. That's all they do, but the creeps won't even be enough. Like, it's just enough that Levy, I don't know, picks up 1 CS out of that camp, but they rather go back to the lane. They're gonna stick together because they know whenever they're gonna split up, Buck and Bears will strike. And I think that's a good idea. So far Pachinio has 4 CS, but that's only the creep that they let through. If they're gonna keep proper denying, then Pachinio will really not find too much. This is 2 minutes in, 4 CS, that's obviously not what you want on a safe lane Spectre. But let's see. Let's see where this one is going.
On middle, Weeha is pretty much dominating the lane right now. It's really... You kind of think that's gonna happen, because it's a TA. It's, in my opinion at least, it's one of the best heroes on mid. The way you can control the lane as a TA, denying and getting glass hits at the same time, I didn't expect it to go any other way.
Yep. And at the moment, like when it comes to CS, Weeha seems to be controlling, but the tower is not doing that bad. He's 4-1, and I expected actually less. I thought he's gonna be driven out of lane really fast. So far, Weeha has obviously rune control as well. So let's see how, I don't know, how long the center actually can stay in lane. Top, we have actually a rotation here. They might initiate on Nova, but this is only the Ogre. Slowing him with the Ignite, that's it so far. Anchor Smash hitting as well. I don't think it's enough for a kill, but right now, the way he's blocked in and still slowed, well, it's bad news for Nova. He's running, but I think that's it. Oh, he's even putting it on the tower, but Solitude, well, it's not enough. And with the Self being used, that's just everything.
Well, both the TIE Hunter and Magnus are pretty tied up on farming right now. But yeah.
Yep, but I definitely like what they do. I mean, they know that like the tri-lines in bottom might not have worked out, so they just gave Haki a bit the edge on that lane, just because the Magnus was forced into using everything. Right now, if he's interrupted, which is gonna happen soon, Solitude was about to cast it, but bottom, we have our first blood. Patino is actually the one who's getting it. Well, Cold Feet proc, but the Vengeful Spirit already went down. This was a 3-on-2 scenario. Well, that came as a surprise. I just caught it in a split second on camera. That was so unexpected that 3 versus 2 Welcome Bears actually come out as a winner here.
I think they tried to initiate as soon as they saw the Ogre going top, rotating top, and apparently it didn't work out so well. Sadly, I didn't get it on camera. I was still watching the top lane.
Yep, but let's see what else is happening. I mean, Vengeful Spirit is gonna go back on lane. Patino still has 6 tangos to eat from. That's all fine. In the mid, well, the poor center, last time 2 minutes ago he was 4-1, now he's 6-2, so Wii is completely dominating that lane. He is 23-17. It's just not working out, so at the moment it's just a mission of mercy there, but they want to go on.
To be honest,
he's slowed, and there's the stun. Coldfield will proc as well. He's through the tower, so it requires some more work, but in the end they're gonna be successful. So what's working at the moment for Balkan Bears in mid is not working out for Pachinio in that bottom lane, which is at least good news.
He's not getting much farm either. Like, right now he has 6 CS. No denies. Not that you would expect someone to, a melee hero, to go for denies as well. He should be definitely focusing on his farm, but he's not doing so well.
Yeah, I mean,
right
CS-wise he's not doing so well, but he got the bonus at least from that first blood, which should not have happened. That really kind of screwed over FWT here, but let's see. As I said, mid if they say like, okay, Spectre, they can just farm later. They don't need her right now, and I've seen it many times, especially in C Dota. Sometimes we see Spectre being like just lane solo, and they play as 4. But on top, Nova is going aggressively on Haki, but Solitude is coming, and he knows he can just punch him to death. It won't be enough, even though he has a Fire Blast. Look at this. Oh, do we have a gush? Anchor Smash. The Anchor Smash is coming through, and this is another kill, easy one, and that puts Balkan Bears ahead. 2-1 now, 6 minutes in.
There were some pings on the bottom lane. I think they tried to get Pedrinho again, but Levy just came back on lane just in time.
Well, we have to see. We have the 6 minutes rune. I guess we is gonna rotate top, and we have the Vengeful Spirit just reserving that bottom lane, unless of course the Disruptor is coming in. But it doesn't look like. Levy is at the moment busy just doing those double pulls so that Pachinio gets at least something in his lane. He's still on 6 CS. That's bad news. But the center left the lane because he knows he can't really do anything against Wii.
Yeah, he started stack. Oh, he got attacked by Solitude on the river. I don't think we how he's gonna make it in. But the damage from
Oh, they have enough slow with the Orb of
with
Venom. He's trying to deny himself, but I don't think that's a good idea. Nope, it's not. The
Okay.
Ogre is gonna get the kill in the end. Well, he was picnicked, sandwiched in pretty much. That was, yeah, Solitude. Nice timing from top. I mean, it was the obvious thing to happen at a 6-minute rune, but I thought the center might see him in time. Problem is, we have nighttime, so vision was very limited. FWT, they're not quite up with the wards. The only ward they have at the moment is around the bottom rune, which is also expiring, so let's see. So the Lifestealer is actually the only one who can keep up with Wii at the moment. He's 36 and 14, so there's still hope for FWT. This game is quite even when we're looking at it. It's really just Wii snowballing. But top, oh, we had an engagement already on that Ogre, but they're not gonna find that kill. Haki, well, he has no Ravage anymore. We have to see Solitude, he's just too fast. Titsuro, nope, I don't think they go for anything. Haki, well, he has no Gush, he has no slow, no nothing. But they gotta be careful, because there's still the Ogre around. In theory,
and he tried Shockwave Solitude.
Yeah, but
Strength.
It didn't land, so quite unfortunate in the end. All of them low HP, and they have to go back. I mean, Titsuro more for the purpose of mana than anything else.
You did mention they're quite tied right now. You have to admit there is an advantage in both experiencing gold for BBC right now. They did get 2 extra kills, they did get first blood, and they seem to be, in terms of farm, I don't know why I get this feeling that BBC is a bit above, even though the Dire team has 3 people in top 5 on farm, if you look at the CS.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, the experience is kind of easy to be explained, because the Lifestealer, he's farming, at least CS-wise, but he's always surrounded by his support, so experience will definitely decrease, while we in the mid has completely free farm, the center driven out of lane, and even top Haki is just the XP monster at the moment. As for gold, well, it should be even quite by CS at least, but with the first blood and everything, obviously they have like that advantage. Haki, well, go on aggressive on Nova, and I'm actually looking forward when this Magnus is joining the game at the moment. Well, he's gonna be slowed, he's gonna be stunned, but I don't think it's enough. They even push him into the tower. That's quite some damage on Haki.
Sure.
The question is, magic missile is there, but no follow-up. Still, the ancient apparition is coming in with
the
the Ravage right on top,
off.
and he's dying before he's doing anything. Now Petrino is following on Nova, and that's, I think, enough for a kill, unless Real Divine finds it. Vengeful Spirit is going down, and Petrino, he doesn't have a TP, but he can just stick around. It's not like the center can do anything. It's a 3-for-1, it's a 3-for-0 trade even. Nothing really happened there from 3-1 to 6-1. And they even followed up on that center.
They actually found the center, yeah. He's gonna
Jesus. Why did he go back in? I mean, this was the glimpse, level 3. I actually thought he was out of vision, but wow, Levi just found him there under the tier 2 tower.
He did use glimpse. He used his thunder strike to get vision and then glimpsed him right back.
Yep. Let's see. Still, the Lifestealer is farming. At least that's the good news for FWT. But the problem is, yeah, mid. He doesn't even think about leaving that lane. The only reason to leave mid is really for the rune, and that's pretty much it. But now, oh, we actually see it. He's gonna go bottom because there's already initiation here on Haki. Killer, he has to be careful now. He has nothing to infest unless, well, he jumps into Cicero. In the end, they get out. The question is, can he slow him? Self is on Killer, so he should be fine with HP, and I don't think...
He has the trap now.
Yeah, they're not gonna find anything here. Is he actually diving the tower? I don't think so. At least he's showing the aggression.
I was gonna say that if there's a hero that he can dive towers with, it's gonna be TA, but I think that's too much even in this situation. So he lost
2 rotations at the same time. Top, they got the Magnus, like, I just got it on camera. Pacino was there involved as well as Solitude and obviously Levi. So 2 rotations by Balkan Bears at the same time. At least they get 1 out of it. And I don't know if they transition into tower push here or not, or if he goes back to the lane after he got the double damage rune bottom. Again, Balkan Bears, they're gonna secure both of it, even Ogre being happy about that bounty rune, so everything's just playing into Balkan Bears' favor right now.
We has a double damage rune and they seem to be rotating, converging on mid to get the centaur. But I don't think he's gonna make it in time.
So much damage. He's trying to TP out, but I think Petrino giving him the last punch right there, and that's it. So yeah, this center, I don't know, he's definitely not happy with this game. He's so far away from anything he wants to achieve. He didn't even manage Tranquil Boots. he is so far away from even thinking about a Blink Dagger, and they need him as an initiation. Maybe the initial initiation coming by him, and then Nova jumping on with the RP, but nothing of that really happened. And let's see, in the mid we with a double damage, I think this is as best as it can get right now. Pushing that tower, it's pretty low, but they have the cliff as well.
He was happily chopping away at the tower solo, almost had it down. If he hadn't rotated bottom that one time, he would have had the tower like a minute ago.
They even worked awesomely together. We's like, yo Petrino, I got so much farm, I'm just gonna give you that tier 1 tower. So he interrupted his last hit there. I mean, Petrino is really in an awkward position. He's 25 CS right now. He got more gold from towers and kills right now than he got from CS, which is kinda hilarious. But let's see, Solitude is here on the side, but well, he pings. He's not well aware of the fact that there are 3 people around him, and so it's a good thing he's actually going back. Petrino now in the jungle. Well, he has an urn. It's not quite enough as like HPS, but at least he can get some CS here and then waiting for the next Hound, even though he doesn't even have enough mana right now as he used the Spectre Dagger to snatch the bottom rune.
Hockey is actually very close to his Blink Dagger, and that's in minute 12, considering he already has Arcane Boots. His farm has not been hindered by absolutely anything, and right now he's actually stealing some more farm from Petrino. But
he was involved in 2 kills as well, so his gold got boosted quite well, and going for Arcanes and then being close to the oh, top. There was already a glimpse on Real Divine. He's pretty low at the moment, but let's see, Reese coming in. That should be the kill on Cicero. He's finding himself surrounded by 3. That's the second kill, and the last TP is also getting interrupted. I don't know what they were thinking, but
yeah,
TPing in there, that was
I don't know why
just
the
suicide.
TP alone against 4.
Absolutely. So another 2-for-0 trade, and FWT, they're just not getting anything together. On paper, at least by the draft, they have something, but I mean, we have a Lifestealer who finished now Face Boots as well as the Armlet, 800 gold on top of it, but they're not doing anything with it because the 2 initiators of FWT, they don't have anything to initiate with. The Vengeful Spirit, or overall the supports, are pretty low. We have Cicero on level 5, Vengeful on level 4, so there is no swap, there's no Ice Blast, nothing they can work with, and we are talking about 13 minutes into the game.
And they're just gonna go for tier 2 right now. They don't have Ravage, but right now there's 4 people converging on the tier 2 top because they know the other team's not ready for this engagement. They do have RP, but it's on a Magnus that does not have a blink yet. It's not even close to blink. They don't have a blink on Centaur. They do have their ult, but they're very scattered around right now on the map. Like, there's one on each lane, one's in the jungle. I don't know how they will save this tier 2 tower.
Yep, absolutely. It's really, it comes down to initiation. Right now, for example, top, what I see top right now is a picture perfect Freeman RP into a Hoofstorm, Wave of Terror, Ice Blast on top of it, if only there were the levels for it required. And
they have the farm for it, sadly.
And Balkan Best, they seem to be ready again. They just said sorry for whatever. I guess just for the pause. Yeah, it's like the 3rd or 4th pause we had. It's always a short one, but I guess they just fixed something with their voice. Let's see, we have some warning coming out here. Oh my god, Vengeful Spirit, there's the stun, but there's still the Glimpse. They can bring him back where he began, and that's an easy kill before even anything started. And Cicero just eating that stun. Reese trying to get through him. Maybe the urn is enough. No, it's not really, but at least Levy is going down. That's about it. The Magnus has to go back because he has no mana for RP. Anything, it's a 1-1 trade. At least, I mean, at this point of the game, it's a good trade for FWT just because of the huge difference in XP.
I think that engagement could have been initiated a bit better. Like, Venge just went in.
By who? Oh, Vengeful. Yeah.
Yeah. I keep forgetting. Free winning team, was it?
Yeah. Free winning team. Oh, frequently winning team.
Frequently winning team, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He just rushed in. His teammates weren't very close. He stunned and then tried to run away. Obviously, he got stomped by the 4 people from BBC who were up there. And then the rest of his teammates just came in. They just came in one by one and died. Well, DA did escape.
Oh, look, they were gonna on the Lifestealer here. He didn't even get the rage up. He doesn't even use the Infest because that's a perfect silence by Levy, and that's also a nice kill. But then again, in the mid, well, we have a go here on Solitude, but the problem is if Solitude turns around with that Soul Ring, then, well, Real Divine might actually die. So at the moment, a Vengeful Spirit and a mid-center can't kill a poor little Ogre. That's how bad it is at the moment in this game.
I really like the Soul Ring build for the Ogre. I've seen it recently a couple of times. It's like
Yep, it's pretty much the standard build right now. Like every ogre is going for it, and we say this as the tier 1 tower falls in the bottom lane. We is this time the lucky one since he's the only carrier around, and they're gonna push forward because now Cliff has been used. It's obviously up for the tier 2 towers, but yeah, that's all the tier 1 towers are history by now.
There's a smoke being used by a freaking winning team right now, and they're moving bottom.
But this is only 2 versus 3. I don't think this is a good idea, but let's see. Maybe we're gonna see something. There's the magic missile. It's not on the tower. Well, there's the dust, but the ravage coming out on all 3. This is so much. Now they're locked in as well. Well, the lifestealer is trying to do some damage. Haki's actually going. No, he's not down. He's still alive. Stick is wonders, and we is gonna finish off Killer. Unless, of course, there's the armlet toggle, which is successful now. But Cicero, well, you're definitely going down. Levy just locked him in again. It's just little cage of energy. It's a 3-for-0 again. Very unfortunate actually, because that Haki kill would have been nice. This is a level 10 Tidehunter, but well, it should not be. Where was the Magnus in this one?
He was actually finishing up his blink. He now does have a blink. He was in the jungle the whole time.
But this was perfect for them. This was 3 people stacked up, being stunned. RP would have made this a 3-0 trade for FWT, but apparently he didn't get the memo of the smoke gang. But, well, they say
they're smoked
guys,
again
we
now,
just
though.
repeat it again. Yep, there's the smoke. Let's see if they find something now. It's the first time we see a blink dagger and a potential decent-ish initiation here on FWT's side.
They're gonna move us 5 towards the middle lane. Are they actually... Maybe they're hoping just for a kill on BBC right now. It's 16-2 for
Oh, but there's a
BBC.
counter smoke. Look at this. Like, they're gonna find each other here. Actually, the Magnus is running into V. There's already a hit, but he's disjointing, and now he's turning around. There's the RP. It's all well on 2. He can skew them even closer. Well, Levy is definitely gonna go down, but the question is, well, V is gonna make the rest here. Nova, he's going down. He's the first one. Haki, well, he doesn't have a slow for now, but Killer, he has to run. And oh my god, there's armlet toggle. Does it work? Well, he's still alive. We is still struggling with it. And oh, he's doing a nice job on it. But they already called the GG in this fight. They're like, guys, we are not getting anything through. This comes down to huge mistakes in the laning, and I think a bit to the draft because they did not ban the TA. They didn't have anything against the TA, and that was the biggest problem.
Well, in theory, they did have the A ult, but
yeah, that is nothing for the laning stage, unfortunately.
Yeah, the laning stage definitely, but the AA just hit level 6 a very short time ago, so there was very little DA could do.
Yep. So unfortunately for FWT, nothing really worked out, guys. But this is a 2-game series, so we're coming back for game number 2. My name is HeflaTV here, and with me was Miss Commander.
Not Mrs. Jesus.
Yeah, we're coming back for game number 2. Just some music, and we're back, guys.
See you soon.